Turning to the wider COVID-19 picture in Ontario now.
Health officials recording a fifth straight day with more than 100 new cases. 114 new infections are confirmed in the most recent update. That brings Ontario's total number of cases throughout the course of the outbreak to 42,309. One new death is linked to COVID-19, putting that number at 2,811. More than 38,000 cases are now considered resolved. And taking a look at where those new cases were detected, 41 new infections were confirmed here in Toronto. 21 were added in Ottawa. Peel Region saw 16 new cases, and York Region saw another 12. Meantime, the federal government is signaling that 2 more deals that will reserve millions of doses of potential COVID-19 vaccine candidates.
While they all remain in clinical trials and ultimately have to be approved, it represents another significant step in the push for treatment. CTV's Avis Fabro reports.
Canada continues to go shopping for COVID-19 vaccines, signing deals with U.S.-based Novavax and Johnson & Johnson. Agreements inked even before their vaccines have finished human testing.
The environment is intense. The demand is high, and each negotiation is unique. We must take into account the science as well as the doses, price, manufacturing, and finishing parameters of each vaccine.
This means Canada now has access to 4 potential vaccines, having signed contracts with Pfizer and Moderna earlier this month. An estimated 88 million doses available next year from whichever products cross the finish line.
That's why the Government of Canada has moved forward on signing agreements with a broad range of vaccine developers, of researchers around the world, so that regardless of who ends up developing the vaccine first, Canadians will have the opportunity to benefit from that vaccine.
Vaccine nanoparticles, specially designed with only the key components of target pathogens.
Each vaccine uses slightly different technology to produce an immune response against the coronavirus. All remain very experimental. Canadian health officials say they'll need to review their safety and effectiveness. And when a vaccine is given the green light, Ottawa has funded this lab in Montreal, toured by the Prime Minister, to make up to 2 million doses per month, ensuring there'll be enough vaccine for those at high risk.
Our healthcare workers are right at the top of the list. Our safety and security personnel, police, firemen, and so on should be right up there at the top of the list. And our senior people in residences may be up there at the top. So you have some priorities for who begins to get the early supplies.
And expect more vaccine announcements in the coming weeks, with public health officials clearly saying they'll be made available to Canadians who want to be inoculated, a sign these vaccines won't be mandatory.